This is definitely a good.
Je moet even... Ja, oké. Jij andere arm, klein.
Pas op. Voorlopen.
Die kant op.
Wat nou?
Lopen. Lopen.
Doorgaan.
Gewoon lopen.
Stikken jou!
Aanval voor belediging. Hier komen.
Wat?
Oké. Kom maar gewoon door staan. Kom.
Kan er nog een punt voor 20?
Ja, eenmaal aanhouden. Belediging.
life's twists, turns, and defining moments. RBC is a blend for all of you. SXM, your social and health insurance is your social and health insurances.
Are you SXM insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXM is cardless. Request your My SXM account today and enter the virtual office of SXM. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXM, yeah, your social and health insurances.
In 2020, from the day of election, the 9th of January 2020, till the installment of a government, the 28th of March, it took the system 79 days to form a government. Don't forget, 79. In 2024, me being a formateur, we had our election the 11th of January, and the establishment of this government is the 3rd of May. From the 11th to today is 113 days. But we used 17 days for the informateurs phase that 2020 did not have. So let's start deducting from the 113 days that we took. We're going to deduct the 17 days, and we will come to the conclusion that we took 97 days. So if we deduct now this 97 days, we deduct the 79 days from the government of 2020. From the 96 days of today, we will end up using 17 days more to form a government. I challenge you to take a calendar and start counting the days again. It only took this formateur 17 days more than the prior government, by the way. On another note, we have, and if we like it or not, we are part of a kingdom. Let's use it in our benefit. We have to improve the working relationship between the Netherlands and Sint Maarten. We have to work on our democratic deficit in a way that is going to help the progress of our country. We also have to discuss with the Netherlands the handicapping national debt of this country. Whatever we think about to increase revenues in this country, in the budget you see, it's going to pay back the enormous amount of debt that Sint Maarten has. The debt that I'm talking today that Sint Maarten has, my grandchildren will continue paying the figures that I'm going to mention you today. And I have the illusion that I'm going to improve my country, realizing that my grandchildren will stay pay the debt that I'm talking today out of. We will have to get serious with the kingdom government and explain them that it's not easy to govern an island that is surrounded by the sea. It's a very expensive household. And of course, every time again, we will have to think on a sustainable development for our country. Ladies and gentlemen, let us recapture the spirit of optimism and determination that has always defined the people of Sint Maarten. Let us draw strength from our resilience and our ability to overcome adversity. Let's work tirelessly to create a society where every individual has the opportunity to thrive, where every voice is heard, and where every dream is within reach. In the days, weeks, months, and years ahead of us, I ask you for your support, your patience, and your unwavering commitment to our shared vision for a brighter tomorrow. Together, we will write the next chapter in our storied history of St. Martin, a chapter filled with hope, progress, prosperity, and unity for all. I want to make use of this opportunity to thank my political party, although that phase is over, my political board, my party members, my advisors, and also my coalition members of this government, and all those that have supported the dream of Dr. Messalina. Thank you for entrusting this government and myself as your Prime Minister. I honor this enormously. Members of this Council of Ministers, I'm looking at all of you, and I'm really looking forward to a successful, great working relationship in which we will always put the people and country above self. May we journey forward together, hand in hand, towards a future filled with hope, opportunities, trust, and peace. Last but not least, I would like to give an enormous thank you to my parents that are unfortunately not more here, that contributed to who I am today. I would also like to thank my sister for her uncommitted loyalty, and of course, my wife and children. God bless St. Martin, and God bless us all. Thank you very much.
Often misunderstood, the role of the Minister Plenipotentiary is a complex one. Both a minister abroad and a diplomat, the Minister Plenipotentiary represents the Prime Minister in the Kingdom Council of Ministers and ensures that the interests of St. Martin are preserved. Today, I am humbled by the trust put in me and ready to serve. Having worked in foreign affairs for the past 10.5 years, I have seen firsthand the value of partnerships to achieve and secure our country's goals. Paramount in these partnerships is the one we have with our kingdom partners. While the past 14 years have at times been challenging, the lessons learned offers perspective for increased growth, cooperation, and collaboration on the basis of mutual respect, accountability, and shared interests. Secondly, strengthening our relationship with the international community to tackle global issues such as climate change, food and energy security, among others, is critical to achieve our desired goals and development for the people we have been called to serve. As Minister Plenipotentiary, the relationship with the French government in Paris to build upon our relationships with our brothers and sisters to the north is an integral part of my agenda. Finally, and most importantly, I wish to speak to you directly, the St. Martin diaspora, and especially the students in the Netherlands, as well as the wider European continent. As we continue to build our country, your expertise, your assistance, and most importantly, your talents are necessary to construct a sustainable, thriving, and prosperous St. Martin for all, wherein merit is recognized and excellence, innovation, and integrity are promoted. In this regard, the St. Martin House in The Hague is your home. To the parents in particular, rest assured your children are in good, caring, and dedicated hands. Together with my deputy, please know that we are here for you, we are here for them. Earlier today, I took the oath before the governor to uphold the honor of this office and my mandate as Minister Plenipotentiary. I remain committed to being the voice of this government, but most importantly, the voice and conduit of the people, of my people in the Netherlands. I look forward to engaging with members of the Dutch government, Aruba and Curacao, civil society, and other stakeholders to help shape the future of our country with the mandate and support of my colleague ministers. Together, let's work towards a St. Martin for all. In conclusion, allow me to give a special thanks to my parents, my siblings, my family, both here and those who have transcended, and my friends, for your unwavering support over these 34 years of life. To those that gave me their support on January 11th, and even those that didn't, the lessons learned both in victory and defeat are immeasurable and formative. Thank you to my party, Party for Progress, for entrusting me with this role in our first mandate. Now the work begins.
Citizens of St. Martin, to God be the glory. My name is Dr. Anders Gracita R. Arendel, your next Deputy Minister Plenipotentiary in The Hague. I want to say, first of all, thank you to our new Prime Minister, Dr. Luc Berselina, for the opportunity to work with the Honorable Minister Plenipotentiary, Mr. Patrice Gums. I echo the sentiments offered this morning in his discourse to the people of St. Martin. This is the discourse of our new Prime Minister, Dr. Luc Berselina. I echo his sentiments, his commitment to strengthen our relationship with the Dutch government. Together with the Minister Plenipotentiary, Mr. Patrice Gums, we will be the eyes, ears, and workforce in The Hague. And as Mr. Gums stated, we will reconnect with our students and people of St. Martin in The Hague and wherever necessary, being the representative of our Council of Ministers in St. Martin, but in The Hague. On a very personal note, I want to thank everyone who encouraged me and supported me throughout this formation process. As your first President of Parliament, I was honored to set the basis and to raise the bar for a new constitution and a new institution of government for country St. Martin. As your Deputy Minister Plenipotentiary, I know the word is a big word, we keep hearing that. How do you spell it? How do you express that word? Deputy Minister Plenipotentiary, a mouthful. However, my heart is fuller, my shoulders are broader, my commitment to serve you, the people of St. Martin, with dignity, honor, and accountability remains unshakable, as is my faith in God. So I want to thank everyone again for this opportunity. God bless St. Martin, and God bless the people of St. Martin.
Are you SXV insured? Do you have a valid medical insurance status? SXV is cardless. Request your MySXV account today and enter the virtual office of SXV. Go to sxv.sx and sign up now.
SXV, yeah. Your social and health insurances. For all of life's twists, turns, and defining moments, RBC is a blend for all of you.
Magnitude earthquake shook Antigua and Barbuda and neighboring islands at 10:43 this morning. While the quake, which lasted for several seconds, occurred some 44 kilometers southeast of Antigua and Barbuda at a depth of 10 kilometers. The National Office of Disaster Services, NOD, says no tsunami warning arose in the wake of this quake, as this threat usually arises from quakes of magnitude 6.5 or higher. Here's more because NODS also released photos of schools which ensured appropriate responses from their students. Students were seen gathered outside under the supervision of their teachers. We'll show you those pictures a bit later on. Other affected territories close to the epicenter were Guadeloupe and Montserrat. Guadeloupe, of course, a French overseas territory, Montserrat, a British overseas territory. Social media users have also shared that it was also felt in St. Kitts and Nevis, as well as Dominica. According to the University of the West Indies Seismic Research Center, the SRC, the region has experienced 4 earthquakes so far in May. The quakes ranged from a magnitude of 3.6 to 4.2, with depths of 10 kilometers to 105 kilometers.
Cleaning the house, and she was mopping, because I hear the earthquake fell down. I say, bottom.
Well, I was at work, inside of the building itself, in the kitchen. When it happened, I was shocked, to be honest with you. Felt the whole place shaking. If it happened for a bit longer, it probably would have been very disastrous.
I was sleeping so hard. You got to catch some liquor room, you're gone. Somebody called me, asked me the same thing. No. I said, no, I don't hear that.
I was at work, but I didn't feel it. I heard people talking about it.
I was in my class with my students. Then I heard the rumbling, and I told them to go to the desk, and I went by the door to stand up. I felt a bit terrifying. Yeah, but we always practice for the earthquake drill, but we never experienced it until today.
I was having training, yes. It was kind of weird because the gentleman that was in the room, he was fixing his chair, so he didn't feel anything. But we all stood at a halt, and we were looking at each other, and then we started to laugh, and we started to look around and see if anyone else felt it.
I was in my kitchen cooking, and I heard a sound as a truck coming down the road, and I said to my sister who was in the kitchen with me, I said, "Did you feel that? I think it might be an earthquake." And then the jolt came again, and I looked at the chandelier, and I said, yes, it was. It was a good jolt.
I was coming out of the bathroom. So I came out, there was commotion. I'm like, what's going on? People say, you didn't feel an earthquake? I'm like, no, I didn't feel an earthquake. I was like, you serious? I really didn't.
I never feel an earthquake. Didn't feel like I didn't move. Huh? I was moving. Yeah, I was moving.
I was at my desk on the phone, and it really shook me. I was really frightened, not scared, but frightened.
At the Guard Center will now be attending classes in 2 buildings recently named in honor of one of the entity's stalwarts, who led the entity for some 28 years. Our story this evening from Rakib Aparicio.
We started off with a file cabinet, a desk, and 6 students. And from there, we have branched out. Over the years, we have been blessed with many donor partners, with volunteers.
The Gilbert Agricultural and Rural Development Center began offering full-time agricultural and enterprise training to the nation's youth in 1993. Its origins, however, date back a bit further to a pilot project in St. Lucia, sponsored by the Canadian International Development Agency, or CIDA.
They asked me, would I be interested in setting up some other pilot projects in the region? Antigua was one of them. Antigua is the only one that's left.
Although only a researcher at the time, Williams says she immersed herself into the new role, eager to make a difference.
There's many young persons who have either had problems at school, some have dropped out, some have been in trouble with the law, and you know, they need a second chance. And I meet them all the time when I'm downtown and stuff, and they say, "Oh, Mrs. Williams, I'm working somewhere, or I have my own business," and that is the most wonderful feeling to hear those things being said.
June Jackson now serves as the Guard Center's executive director. The newly named building, she explains, will serve as a reminder for future generations.
It gives persons key identification as to where we are and the history behind all of this, because she was key in terms of writing the projects for these buildings.
The Guard Center's first executive director explains sponsors and community support are the driving forces behind Guard Center's continued success. For that reason, Williams says she called for another building to be named Emmanuel.
I used to tell all the students who came here that everything that they see, from the chairs to the tables to the chalkboard, whatever we had, all of those were donated. Right? And we've had donor partners who we didn't ask but came to us. We've had money in the mail. All kinds of things have happened over the years, and that was God's hand on us.
Rakib Aparisi reporting for ABS News.